hoping that the stream has actually worked this time. Now, I do have the delay still, so it's a little bit frustrating. You know, I'm trying to see if something's working as it was earlier today, but we've got another 80 seconds before that's going to kick in. So hopefully in 80 seconds, I'll have someone let me know. There was technical difficulty. It should be up in
Dire team pick.
Dire team pick.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Should see it. All right, now hoping that the 30 seconds will be back up. So now we've got a Venture Spirit, we've got an Ancient Apparition, and we have a Magnus. So let's see what's going on here. A little bit of Dota 2, a little bit of Dota 2.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining. Anarchist TC. Horrible.
Radiant team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Got a CM, so that looks like the support duo. That looks like the support duo there. That's coming out from the players. Okay.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds remaining, and I can see that live now. So, happy days. There was literally just a single button that I had to click. So, we are here at Virtual Sports League with teams, Backdoor Protectors and Minor League Gaming. Apologies for the technical difficulties before. Thank you for the people letting me know that the stream was not up, but we're back, we're going, the match is ready and steady and go, which is, you know, it's just all happy days from here. Ew. Alrighty, as usual, if I'm too loud, too soft, let me know what's going on, and we'll do it. Sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Now, it's something that I will be bringing up that you guys, that the watchers unfortunately missed. Legendary Guardian. The match started, I think, about 10 minutes later because Legendary Guardian Orion, he needed to go to the bathroom, so he was taking a shit for I think 10 to 15 minutes. So let's see if that affects how he plays tonight. You know, I really want to see a lightweight, empty sort of clicking and hero maneuver action going on here. But as for some information about the teams, which you also missed, Backdoor Protectors have not played a game this season yet. So we're in week 3. In week 1, one of their opposition team members had a power out, and because that is absolutely nobody's fault, I'm happy to go ahead and reschedule that one for later in the season, and it looks like they've locked in next week. And then Backdoor Protectors had a bye in week 2, so they have not played a match yet, and the captain has said he was really pumped for tonight, so they're all excited and they are in. Now, Minor League Gamers have actually played this combo before. I think in week 1 I saw them, or at least in one of the scrim matches. Something that they didn't do is they didn't stack that much, which I think with an Ancient Apparition and a Magnus and a Lifestealer, camps should be something that's definitely in, and specifically stacks, whether it's triangle or not. Lifestealer with an Enchantress and a Magnus, I don't think you'll struggle getting through those. But here we are, we've got some nice support duos, definitely some heroes ready to fight on the side of Backdoor Protectors. We've got some Vengeful Spirit and a Crystal Maiden who, you know, some nice AoE damage, some nice big ultimates, saves, stuns, Great stuff. 2 forms of negative armor is coming out from the Backdoor protectors as well, which is something to worry about. And then with the Drow Ranger, because it is the base armor, which actually gets negative with a Drow Ranger, this might actually hurt. Life Stealer can certainly build armor, phase boots, not nullifier, phase boots, armlets, and he can probably get an AC if he needs. But otherwise, it does seem like there's going to be some hard hitting damage coming out.
Dire team ban.
As for our minor league gamers, what have they got? They've got an Ancient Apparition, which is it's good when it's good, and it's good when he's being utilized. But it seems like the enemy team doesn't really care about lifesteal at the moment. So his ultimate, while always good, is just not that effective. Enchantress, unless there's some incredible Enchantress player here who knows how to find the right creep and you know is going to make plays that I can't comprehend, then I'm a little bit worried that the support duo is just a little bit lackluster, especially early game, and especially against the puck. If your only form of catch is an RP, which if you're a good enough puck is not catch, it is going to be a little bit of an issue. What else have we got here? Look, I think Lifestealer has a nice game anyway. Any hero with a free BKB and a lot of survivability. But something to mention is minor league gamers are actually on top of the ladder right now, despite being on average and by average I mean an MMR average of the players. I think they are last or second to last on an MMR average. So it is good to see them sitting on top of the ladder. Wind Ranger. I mean, it is a stun. A shard can affect some things. Legendary Guardian Orion. The Schnitter himself, he really does want to play light. He is playing the Pixie Fairy that is Puck. Magnus Jerax with a huge set there. Looking like not like a Magnus anymore. We got Seb on a Chartreuse. I don't know how they changed their names to be the team members of OG. I have no idea how they've done that, but I'm definitely going to use their Steam names or hero names, just to not incur any issues from, you know, the whole Red Bull OG and Seb situation, because as we know, this is not the real OG. This is the Virtual Sports League version, who are just as good, but maybe not just as legal. So I'll tiptoe around that for sure. And game on. Straight away, I like pulling up them items. What do we got? We got some. We got that stick count. We got two on the backdoor protectors. We got 2 on the backdoor protectors and 1 on the MLG. Pull that one there down. Cool. Thankfully, it keeps the Steam names, and it is just a bit of a little meme which shows up. It does show up in the scoreboard though, so it is going to be a little bit confusing, but thankfully most people watching this that care about the items will be able to identify the heroes' icons. Have we got any smokes coming out from the enemy teams? No. It seems like everyone's saving that little bit of 50 gold and that little bit of maybe just nerves, you know, just letting them come to me. A bit of an Ezio Assassin's Creed counter mechanism instead of just going in there attacking. Both teams chilling on these new high grounds. Something that I was speaking to a friend about recently is this little staircase here. And we'll speak about that more later when we see some pushes on the mid-tier 2s. But until then, it does seem like it's just going to be a nice, gentle 2 runes each. Happy days. Absolutely happy days. So let's, little good luck, have fun from McGooney. You know, that's called sportsmanship. That's what the S stands for in VSL. Virtual Sportsmanship League. Let's look at these lanes. In the top lane for the Dire, we have got the Captain Anarchist, safe lane, Life Stealer with the support Ancient Apparition, Ill Cage. They are up against a duo of Slardar and Vengeful Spirit, and I'm assuming that this Slardar is the position 3. Correct. In the bottom lane, we have got McGooney. McGooney on the safe lane with a Drought Ranger against, it looks like, a core off-lane Enchantress. Say Gex, the captain, he's sitting there with a nice little CM in the position 5, and the Iceman, cool as ever, on a Magnus. Coming up in the mid lane, this is a nice little Wind Ranger, Psy Shock for the Dire, and on the Radiant we've got the Schnitter himself hitting that last hit like he hits those toilet seats, the legendary Guardian Orion. Last hits are now up, apologies for that little bit of delay. Now, I'm going to apologise, as I do, a little bit of tradition here at Virtual Sports League, but for the most part, I miss First Blood. I think we are on, I think it's 6 of 7 matches where we haven't seen First Blood. And I do not count if I just get there at the end. I count it, it has to be there a nice 1 second before the kill. But hopefully, I don't have to do anything. And I regret apologizing. You guys suck. I don't think I've missed the First Blood the entire time we are on. First Blood goes to the Drought Ranger, and it looks like a second blood. The Iceman plays well, takes the Drought Ranger before he gets his own life taken away. It is a bloodbath going on down here in the bottom lane, but it is a case of Enchantress feeling the issues. Oh, mid lane. We get a solo kill coming out there from the legendary Guardian Orion. I would have loved to see that. I was looking at the health thing, the bars, but I just missed that a little bit too late. Apologies, stream. Of course, it is difficult when there is so much going on. It gets a little bit easier later on when teams start sticking together, but at the moment, we got heroes all spread out. Ancient Apparition putting some serious damage down onto the Vengeful Spirit. But ultimately, nothing is going to happen. As far as the lanes go, this Slardar is having a fantastic time in the off lane. He is 14 of 7. Ancient Apparition. Maybe Vengeful Spirit's going to have an issue. Ooh, I really thought that he was going to get gone on there. I guess the level 2 Lifestealer without the Rage is just feeling a little bit vulnerable. But otherwise, these are lanes. This is Dota 2. No. No. Nice pull coming out from Ilkech. Just helping out his carry. And let's have a look and see what our Lifestealer's got. He's got his wand coming, which will be nice against the spam of the Wave of Terror coming out from Vengeful Spirit. And, Crush does get used a lot by that Slardar. I don't think I would have bothered updating the magic wall. Oh, sorry. On the other side. Yeah, they're not. What happened here? And Psyshock returns the favor with a kill. Oh, I'm upset that I'm missing these mid lane matchups, but you know what? I think it's just a little bit of karma for getting that first blood and being mean to the people watching. So, it's like miss 2 solo kills mid. Arguably the more exciting. But that's all good. Here we go. No way I'm going to miss this next fight. No way. Kill. Even Stevens looking at the moment. However, obviously the last hits tell a different story. And Lifestealer, you can go back in jungle, but I just don't. You need that little bit of a start. It's not like a Juggernaut where you can just go ahead and spin for free. However, maybe he's looking to get this little bit of a start here because he's continuing chasing down this Edmund Vengeful Spirit on the Hillary. One more hit. No, he can't get it. And I think it's a little bit silly because he really should have went for it because now Slardar's turning around and saying, "Get effed. You are dead." Ancient Apparition trying to get his hero in the Ice Vortex, but no. Instead, the Slardar is now going to take himself to kills. That is unfortunate play there. It was a little bit of a miscommunication. If you noticed that the Ancient Apparition slowly turned away and stopped helping his teammate out. If he wanted to not be able to hit the Ancient Apparition, that's fine, but he should have been putting some damage down on the Slardar just to make him that little bit scared. But I guess that's what happens. You overcommit, undercommit. It is a situation in Dota 2. How's Enchantress going on these last hits? I guess Enchantress is doing fine. I use the word fine. It is Psyshock coming in with that nice solo kill previously. It looks like he's the one that's going to have to really do something here. Whereas I am a little bit worried for him because we've now got a 2 null talisman sitting on this puck. And he's got a healing salve, which I don't even think he needs. Yeah, okay. Psyshock, he's able to dodge that one, and he's hoping and praying that he gets a rune. And he does. He's able to deny that, and he's able to get himself some nice heal. I think he's going to go in here and, use the regen rune, to its full capability. Because, it's going to be sitting there, and he really is going to use it to his full capability. He's diving. He's gone under the tower, and now he's used the spells a little bit incorrectly, but he's got some TPs coming in. He has been able to get the kill. Fantastic! Great play by Psyshock. Really, really coming in there. Meanwhile, top lane, unfortunately the lifestealer goes down, but bottom lane is now left. There is no one sitting in the bottom lane for the Radiant team. McGooney and Ancient Apparition, the captain on Say Gex, TP'd in to help out his puck. It is very good news that that Psyshock on the Wind Ranger was able to secure that kill, because it looked like he was dead anyway if he didn't. So, now Drow Ranger, he's just going to sit there and take a couple free cramps himself with a little solo XP, no less. It seems like they've just full-on swapped lanes, and now they're going to take advantage on the fact that this Enchantress still isn't level 6. He gets his Nature's Attendance off, and now that he's away from a creep wave, I don't think he's going to be dying anytime soon. Yeah, happy days. Nature's Attendance gets that heal up, nice and happy like. Meanwhile, this tower is taking a beating. Psyshock TP top to try and help out with that lane. I think it's a good play. However, in 4 seconds, he's going to be able to... Yes, and the Iceman has come, cool as ever, on his way mid. He's probably going to be more than happy to dive, but I don't think he's going to need to, because this Wind Ranger has got himself another kill. Oop, Iceman. Stealing that one, but I think that's going to be okay. Iceman can work with farm. I've seen him use Rubik, and I've seen him use spells. I would trust this man to have a little bit of farm. Otherwise, very good play. A nice little rotation, just getting their team a little bit more gold and XP. Just reducing that 2k gold lead while also punishing a Drow Ranger. I think playing way too far forward, considering those heroes were missing. Many creeps. Let's see how many this Enchantress gets. 1 versus 9. Let's hope he gets at least 1. Yeah, he's got 2. Happy days. Now, I think the Iceman is playing well. He always does, but he's now playing very close to this Enchantress. I think he should just back off, let him get that level 6, just so he can maybe solo lane in bottom. He'll definitely feel that a little bit more comfortable. And we got that Tranquil Boots coming out from that Wind Ranger. Actually, let's pull up this one. Yep, classic. Missing that kill. I'm so sorry. Let's just pull up these items. Darkened Blade on the Drow and on the Enchantress.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fantastic. Boom, 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 boom.
You shall not.
Fantastic. All right. And Puck's gonna actually go visit mid again. It's actually been about 4 to 5 minutes since he's hung out there, but now he is. There's been pings coming out bottom, and it was yellow, so I think it was from the Drow Ranger. Maybe they've spotted the Enchantress, not sure. But Iceman takes himself a couple hits, and now we've got a level 6 on a Magnus and level 6 on an Enchantress, so they're feeling a little bit more comfy. Which creep is he looking at? Tornado. Sure, lots of health, a little bit of a nice channeling ability. Let's see how he uses this. I think he should start laying down some damage onto this Drow Ranger. I know he's solo, but was that? Okay, it's the Ancient Apparition, not the Lifestealer. And we've actually got the Magnus coming in here. Iceman, is he able to get this? And I think he's going to use it if he thinks he needs to. I definitely think he should have. The Wind Ranger is unable to finish off that kill. That is just being greedy with his abilities. That kind of thing will happen. Really just needed to secure that kill because Slardar is worth quite a lot. How much did he? How many is he? He's 3-0. That would have been worth, as I said, quite a lot. But now it seems like the backdoor protectors are overstepping. And Iceman, he's gone in there. He's trying to find this drow, and he's able to get the nice RP. He's also able to dodge that crush. However, he does go down. Is there any more damage going to be able to come out? Has our Enchantress got a TP? No. Has our Puck got a TP? No. That's the difference. They could have brought in more heroes here and guaranteed these kills. Oh, Wind Ranger, I think that Slardar probably would have died there if he hit that power shot, especially because he has got the execution skill. But that's actually heartbreaking. I think the minor league gaming did all the right things there, trying to get in and help each other out, secure these lanes that are difficult. But they just held on to spells, which now we know should have been used. Puck trying to go in there, use some more spells. However, he is in a little bit of trouble. Drow Ranger's still able to put some damage down. The stuns can't really come through, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. Wind Ranger went in real deep, unable to get enough damage, so the Puck is fine. It is only the Wind Ranger dying. It does seem like this Lifestealer should probably just leave this lane. However, he's just hitting very slow. He's not really feeling like he can jungle, I guess. He's got that extra 7 attack speed, and I wonder what he's got coming on the career now. Probably those phase boots. Yes, phase boots indeed. But it is just a little bit of a net worth issue coming out here. And I don't think they should defend this tower. I really think they should just give it, but let's see what happens. We've got the 2 supports going up there, trying to put pressure on this little cage. They've got the kill. Iceman unfortunately misses that skewer, but the stun unable to... Oh, now we got the Puck coming through, putting out some damage, and the captain on Sagex on the high ground, using the freezing field, knowing that there is no more stuns coming through. Psyshock playing a little bit defensive. No mid tower for him to TP to, so he's just feeling a little bit unsafe. However, the Enchantress, on the other hand, is apparently feeling good enough that he can go in here and try and put some damage down into this Puck. Ooh, I didn't think that was a bad power shot. Is he going to use it for vision? Ice Vortex? Ill Cage. Ice Vortex for vision. Yes. He's gone for it. No pings coming out. They're not going to use the scan. No. At this stage, they think that the Puck is out. Legendary Guardian getting himself in a real safe position in the enemy team's base. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He doesn't have a TP. And he makes his way to the enemy shop and buys himself a TP. Fair enough. He knew what he was doing. I just didn't. And where is that going? No? Okay. Nowhere? Oh, it did. It hit down the bottom. And top lane. Is he able to get it off? Use it! Oh! Use it sooner. I think it disables him from using the skewer ability if you use it off. Unfortunate little miss there. How is our Lifestealer feeling? You know, he's getting his armlet, so he's not going to play as greedy and gets anything like a Radiance, which I think is absolutely fine. The only issue is, I think this Slardar, he's got an Echo Saber. Normally, he probably would have just wanted to get this Blink, but he said, yeah, I've had a great lane, great game. I'm just going to get myself an Echo Saber. Has he died yet, Slardar? No, he's still 3-0. And this swap is Ancient Apparition, probably going to go down again. Yes, he definitely is. I'd be hitting them with one of those, get back pings. I hope the players couldn't see that and that didn't just distract them. Centaur creep for the Enchantress. She's going to get a Hurricane Pike, so there is an issue that I stated in the draft, which is there's a lot of minus armor, and yes, Lifestealer's got his phase boots and he is building towards a helm, getting himself a little bit, but otherwise this Backdoor Protectors team is just going to shred the heroes on Minor League Gaming's team. got a little move coming along here. Now they are using the trees. Vision might be able to spot them there. That catapult might have seen them. But it is a 5-hero gank coming out for this Enchantress. And, you know, no armor. I don't think it's going to take that long. I know that he's going to use his heal soon. And untouchable. However, the Magnus says maybe there's a little feed coming in. Oh, the Ice Blast is able to finish off the puck after that nice RP. And now the Wind Ranger comes in with this Maelstrom. But unfortunately, a lot of the damage that they're able to put out is... the evasion is just useless. So it ends up being a 2 for 3, and that is actually quite a lot of XP coming across. A lot of XP there, definitely for our MLG, but it did end up coming out on top again for the Backdoor Protectors. Magnus has not got his RP, and it seems like he's almost got his Blink Dagger. He should be purchasing that now. Yep, there it is. So the Blink Daggers come out. How far is... Slaughter's got his as well, and I think that's what caught out the Wind Ranger previously in that last fight. They do have stacks. Are they using their 0 Empower action going on? I don't know if that's a mistake or not. I do think that stacking for a Lifestealer without a Radiance, an Armlet, an Empower is a bit of a mistake, because I feel like the Backdoor Protectors are going to come through and have this. Okay, no. They've recognized that might be an issue, so here's Psyshock now. I think he should be taking the creeps, but no big deal. They're just going to take these camps, get themselves a little bit of gold here, because gold is definitely what looks like the issue. They are just behind on items. There's nothing special coming across for them at the moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alrighty. Oh. And that's a nice little just death there. I think that was a great play. They're able to get this Slaughter, and that's just exactly the kind of things that the Psyshock wants. And that was also a 5-kill streak. Let's how much was that? Yeah, he got himself a nice 1k gold. Pull up some... Yep, and this essentially all went to the Wind Ranger, and a Wind Ranger can certainly use this farm. And now he's got something coming on the career. What is it? Oh, maybe he's going to find himself something else. I think this Vengeful Spirit's definitely going to go down. Yeah, more than enough damage. And now the puck is also by himself. They are sort of drip one at a time, these heroes. But as I said, there's not really that much catch. And the puck's not feeling too scared. Are they going to find him? They've got this pincer maneuver coming on. A very nice power shot from the Wind Ranger, except now Puck has... I think he's tricked him. However, he dodges that. And he's still going to get himself out again. Unless the power shot comes through. Yes, I think Wind Ranger might be okay here. Oh, and he ends up using the RP just to get him away. The skewer has unfortunately missed. And now the Slider's come in with a blink, and he's going to use that crush. Trying to get away. He's got his thing. He's got a wand. Oh, no. Oh, that's a devastating there. The puck wasted so much of the Dyer's time chasing him, and by that time the Slider was up, and the other players are able to just come through and help them secure a fight, which probably shouldn't have even happened. And this just goes back to what I was saying before. They don't have catch for this puck. Maybe one of the reasons why Puck chose this hero. They committed an RP and they didn't even get him. It wasn't an RP that ended up killing the puck.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A little bit heartbreaking there for our Backdoor Protectors, but for MLG. But Backdoor Protectors, they are taking advantage of all of the issues in MLG's draft. And obviously, if there was an even less, not a 9k advantage, the draft wouldn't matter so much. But it did end up that MLG was just a little bit behind. So the team sitting on top of the ladder is finally against someone causing issues.
Dire's bottom tower
Panicus.
is under attack.
Found himself an armlet, and he's building towards what looks like a Senjin
Dire's
Yasha.
bottom tower has fallen.
I don't know. I'm not sure what I would... maybe I'd even consider a Halberd. You get that Sanj. Puck. That's a Dream Coil used on a Magnus underneath a tier 2, and he's got more damage to go. And Slider comes in, finishes off the kill. Happy days. They did get the Wind Ranger, and MLG are going to get a mid tower, and the only thing they're going to trade is a Pos 4 Magnus. I think it's well worth it. Yep, as we can see there. Very much well worth it there for MLG. Some nice damage being put on the Puck. And this Enchantress will get scarier throughout the game. Let's have a look what the Ags... Okay, it's the root. It's the root item now. Control multiple creeps at a time. I wonder if you'll utilize that. Enchantress roots enemies units. All creeps allied neutral crew will gain a bonus movement and attack speed and the chosen target on the target. So it's a little bit like Winter Wyvern's ultimate, while also applying a root. Is it cast? Roots and enemy. Okay, looks like it's single cast. Tormentor taken. Zagex gets himself a little free shard. I think it's a great shard. Nowhere near the best shard, but it is I think it is a good shard. So things are relaxing a little bit, and while the net worth continues to grow, the cores on MLG are finding their farm. Dry Ranger is he's got a butterfly coming up. I'm not sure they're gonna have an answer for that, so I think it's a good call. Slardar he's looking for something, and I think he's found it. He's about to get a double crush coming in here. Unlucky. The silence has come through. Now Slardar is essentially getting tickled by all of the damage, but with Psyshock, saw blood on this Puck, but unfortunately the Puck is not the target that they're able to kill. He's just able to get away, and now the enemy and now the rest of Backdoor protectors just come in and end up killing. Lifesteal is down. Magnus is down. Wind Ranger is also down. Unfortunately, if they are doing 5v5 fights, and if they are going to continue aiming this Puck, I think they're going to keep finding themselves losing objectives, losing fights. They need to realize that this Puck is getting away or just causing too much trouble to be worth it. And this is exactly the game that Puck wants. 3.6k damage done from Backdoor protectors. Huge swing on both gold and XP. It's only getting scarier for MLG. And it might even be, I don't think this will happen, but there might be a situation where where Backdoor protectors finish the game in under 28 minutes, getting them a bonus point towards the ladder. As I said, I don't think that'll happen because, Iceman's got a blink, high ground becomes a little bit easier, they don't have to chase Puck as far. I don't know, I don't see any BKBs coming out. I don't mind that from Wind Ranger, but I really think that she needs one in this game. Like, I understand just wanting to have that damage to get these kills, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
you can only hit heroes if you're not silenced or stunned. That's a very nice RP, but the swap has come out. Puck is able to get out. Psyshock is saving his ultimate for a hero he deems more worthy, and I think he chose right. Puck is down, and so is the Slider. This fight is working out really well for MLG so far, but the Drow Ranger is able to push a lot of damage out just using the multi-shot. 4 heroes are now down, and 1 more is left. So what looked like a really good fight. Gex coming through with a Glimmer Cape ultimate and finding himself a lot of damage. Oh, it just looked a lot better. I think that again, the Iceman with some very nice setups getting this Puck. But and then it ends up being like, okay, so Uppy's down. There's that big spell that we're no longer worried about, this big spell. It's been used on the Puck. Wind Ranger again uses his spell Focus Fire on the Slardar, and then Focus Fire is no longer have to be worried about Drow. CM and the Vengeful Spirit just come through and
Is under attack.
push a bunch of damage out. How much did CM do this fight? It was just Drow. Drow hitting him with that multi-shot just did a whole bunch. But some nice shared XP coming through. Not many abilities really used from the enemy team. Maybe the Senjin Yesha is the right play. Not sure. Let's have a look at these items, see what people have actually got. We've got some Yule Scepters, we have Blinks, Ags is out on the Enchantress, Yule Scepter and the Witchblade coming out on the Puck. So he's pumping out some nice damage and he's got that defensive ability. Gex is actually building an Ags. He's got his Glimmer and after that fight he managed to get himself a kill, I think. So he cut himself a couple. So yeah, he's looking to get an Axe. I think it is a bit of it's a lack of stuns, lockdown. I do not like blaming draft. It does feel bad, and I really am just pointing out things that they are losing the fight. It's just sort of making them, they're lacking these silences, stuns to stop these channeled abilities like Crystal Clone. And after the RP is used, there really is only a shackle shot to come through and hold them down. Imagine if AA was maybe Witch Doctor Lion, or even like a Warlock. Oh no. Now this is a fight where I think they have to get out, and I don't think their team should come in and help them. Enchantress, Magnus goes down, and now Enchantress does too.
You're not out of the woods yet, Enchantress.
I think maybe he was hoping for Roshan to be like almost dead. Maybe get a kill, but at least stick with the Aegis is I think something that he was looking for. Alright, it's the first agent. First Aegis claimed 27 minutes. Okay. We coming through.
Thank you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now the push begins. Some tips coming out. Not sure what happened there. And a nice swap. Maybe they were trying to de-ward this observer ward. No, they weren't. There hasn't been a sentry put down. And this is it's just rough for this lifestealer sitting here on 8k farm. This 20k advantage is just, it's something that you feel no matter what. It's very difficult to play your way out of this unless you have I think more big ultimates. You know, if they had a Black Hole, Warlock, Winter Wyvern maybe. And now the blast, it hits Slardar, and Lifestealer is going in, but he is quite far in. Yule Scepter keeps him in one spot, and now Slardar is just going to bang down on some damage. Lifestealer is dead as well. It is a very difficult game at the moment for MLG. Backdoor Protectors. Despite some impressive performances from MLG in their last 3 games, does look like Backdoor Protectors are able to are causing some issues here. Okay, so they've taken the Aegis from the Drow. The Puck, he's feeling good. I mean, the RP catches too, and they are closer, but they don't actually have any damage to come out here. Wind Ranger tries to get more, but as I said, he doesn't have that BKB, so the Drow Ranger simply gets Glimmer Caped and runs out of that fight. The Ice Blast, the Puck does go down. Enchantress is able to do something. The Ancient Apparition hits quite a lot.
Dire's middle barracks.
The buyback from the Wind Ranger is enough to scare them, despite not having focus fire. But they're going to play, I guess, disciplined and try and back up. The Shackle Shot manages to hit 2, and they're pummeling down on some damage on the Gex. Now, Slide Up blinks in, and the Wind Ranger sits back, multi-shot on his own high ground, which he created, giving himself that extra bit of damage. And that is a 4 for 1. And I think that they're just going to focus on... Oh, they don't need to focus on the tower when the enemy hero they want to kill is right in front of them with the swap from Vengeful Spirit. And that is That is a lane of barracks. Mid lane of barracks is gone. And backdoor protectors, they don't feel like they need to leave. Trap jumps up on the high ground again on this nice little glacier, continues just hitting these towers. I think he should definitely spend this money. He should get his career down to the secret shop and buy these items.
Dire's top tower
Just so that if you do die, there's less reliable gold going to the enemy team. Magnus is... he wants to do something. And the issue I have here is...
barracks are under attack.
he is scared of Sir Edmund Hillary sitting on this vengeful spirit. And he should be, because there's a big swap coming out. The other issue is... let's say he gets himself a skewer. There isn't that much damage without the Enchantress who's up now, or the Wind Ranger, to be able to do anything if the skewer does come through. So he was disciplined enough to just play a little bit further back. Something I'm unsure of is, and I really don't mind Enchantress as an offlane pick by any means, is just the Aghanim Scepter over the Hurricane Pike. Slardar is taking a lot of damage. Slardar is down. There's the big threat gone. Wind Ranger managed to find that. And now Lifestealer and Wind Ranger finds himself another kill. Whoa. A nice little RP coming out there from the Magnus. But this damage issue is happening again. Oh, he managed to get himself out of the ultimate from the freezing field. But no, Segex holds his channeling freezing field ultimate and just absolutely destroys the enemy team. I'll bring up that fight recap when it's up. In the meantime, there is only one more lane of barracks to go. Despite there being... it was just a 2 for 4 there. And look, there was some nice little XP changes. Nice little gold changes for sure, but...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
ultimately, it's still looking like a troublesome situation. Yep, and like Wind Ranger's sitting here about to get his Ags, which I can see helping, but I think the BKB is something that he desperately needs. It does just feel a little bit bad when you're this far behind. You really want something that can continue pumping out some damage. Yes, the Aghanim Scepter over something like a Hurricane Pike is rough. Pre-TIA OG. And they haven't lost the most important thing of Dota, and that's fun. You know, they're still having fun. They're sending little pre-TIA OG. We building, lads.
Dire's bottom tower.
I have no idea what they're talking about. Dead all the time. Ah. Still not sure what that means, but I'll take their word for it. Ooh, Cage. Putting some wards up. Trying to see if they can maybe get a fight here. No. So there goes the bottom tower. There are no more T2s left. Tier 3s are now getting approached. Mikuni and the Wind Ranger just gets up there. Now, this is actually a very nice RP, and so is the Skewer, but the Ice Blast comes through, doesn't actually manage to hit anyone. There are just too many items on the enemy team for them to be able to dodge all these fights, not to mention the damage dealers were not ready. I still can't see the Enchantress and the Wind Ranger obviously died at the beginning of the fight.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It's just not playing safe enough there.
Dire's bottom
Quite a little recap, but I actually would prefer to see the buildings go down, because what we can assume there is that Backdoor Protectors came out on top here. And Slider managed to get himself another kill. There's a buyback from the Magnus. He's maybe going to blink in and skewer a couple into the fountain. No, unfortunately, he's unable to get anyone. Looked like they were predicting it. And the freezing field comes through and wipes the enemy team. Backdoor Protectors take their first game of the season. And this is a comfortable win. Very, very nice. Thank you, Jake Chambers. Thank you, fan. Thank you very much to anyone that watched this stream. This is Virtual Sports League, Backdoor Protectors versus Minor League Gaming, and that is a Backdoor Protector victory. As always, I'm just going to slowly scroll through the stats, so if anyone wants to watch this video later and you wanted to look at the stats or anything like that, you can. So I'll just scroll through here and maybe have some things to say. I think everything I wanted to say I've already have. I'm not going to say draft issue. I do think that there were a few play issues and item purchases that could have been really different. Yeah, I do like the draft from Backdoor Protectors. Puck last pick, it felt really good, and I'm sure that he noticed there isn't much catch going on here. There isn't much catch going on here at all. So he was playing like it. He played quite free, flying around, free of any shit or bowels that maybe were in his intestines. So he got rid of those 10 minutes before the game and found himself a light little fairy. Love the new shows the deaths that comes up during the team plays and net worth. Yes. Something I didn't do, I didn't really look at the Dota buff. Win percentages and things like that game. I think I was there was enough going on. There was a lot of action still, as there always is. The S stands for still in VSL. Lots of action still. So and the L, lots of action still. Yeah, there's all our stats. Happy days, and I will